place like home for the holidays. 'Cause no matter how far away you roam, if you long for the sunshine and a friendly gaze, for the holidays you can't beat home sweet home. I met a man who lived in Tennessee, and he was heading for Pennsylvania and some homemade pumpkin pie. From Pennsylvania, folks are traveling down to Dixie's sunny shore. From Atlantic to Pacific, gee, the traffic is terrific. Oh, there's no place like home for the holidays. 'Cause no matter how far away you roam, if you long for the sunshine and a friendly gaze, for the holidays you can't beat home sweet home. For the holidays you can't beat home sweet home. Happy holidays and happy strumming. All right, in Home for the Holidays, we've got some really cool chords and a great chord progression. So let me just run through the progression right now. We start with C chord, going to a C seventh. Then we have an F chord. Now we have a B seventh, which is a barred chord. You bar across the second fret. The middle finger's on the third fret of the third string. That's B flat. Or excuse me, that's B seventh. Now if you take that and move it down a half step, move it down one fret, that's a B flat seventh. Movable chords, this is what we call a movable chord, because once you have the one fingering, by sliding it or moving it up and down the fingerboard, you create other chords. So B seventh is at the second fret, move it down to the first fret. We have B flat seventh. And then if you move this finger down, that's an A seventh. I typically will use my index finger though for the A seventh. So you have a little progression that goes B seventh, B flat seventh, A seventh. So it goes, there's no place like home for the holidays, no matter how far. Notice how that goes down? No matter how far. Now I'm using a shuffle pattern, down, up, a swing shuffle, down, up, down, up. So when you do that chord progression, no matter how far, you don't actually complete a whole pattern for each chord. No matter how far. You got to keep the right hand going, wind it up and say, do the swing shuffle, and just matter how far away, then D seventh. Now listen to this. That's a D seventh flatted fifth. So if you got your D, if you're doing your D seventh with these two fingers, although the chord grids usually show it this way, barred. If you play it with these two fingers, middle finger's on the second fret of the fourth string, ring finger's on the second fret of the second string. Okay, leave that ring finger down as an anchor. That's the only thing. That's the only finger that's going to remain the same. Here's a D seventh. Now add your little pinky up to the third fret of the first string. Put your middle finger on the second fret of the third string, and put your index finger on the first fret of the fourth. And that's a D seventh, flatted fifth. And then it goes to, after that it goes to a G seventh. So you have this beautiful little progression that goes. Isn't that pretty? So that whole line is really cool. No matter how far away you roam. All right. Now we've got 3 diminished chords in this song. We have a C sharp diminished. We have a G sharp diminished. then move it up to the 2nd fret. Once again, a movable chord. F sharp diminished. And then a little bit later on we throw in an A minor. No biggie. We already know the A minor chord. And those are the chords for Home for the Holidays. Now in this next section coming up, I'm going to show you the little intro riff that I do for it. So stay tuned. Alright, about the little intro riff that I do for this. First of all, I have to admit, I stole it from Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. It's used in that song in a lot of different versions. But I liked it so much I thought, why not? We'll recycle it. You can use this little riff. It's for the key of C, which this song is in. You can use it for Winter Wonderland or Let It Snow, or whatever you want, Frosty the Snowman. It's a cool little intro, and it's flashy, it's interesting, it kind of gets people's attention. And it's, I think with a little bit of practice, you can probably get this. It's not that hard, really. Go up to the 10th fret. 10th fret. Most of the time when we play the uke, we're down in the first 3 frets, right? So we're exploring some territory here that we maybe are not accustomed to. But go up to the 10th fret and bar the first 2 strings at the 10th fret, and then put your middle finger on the 11th fret of the 3rd string, and just play that chord. Should sound like that. Now, then you take your little ring finger here and drop it into the 12th fret like this. So you strum it down and then go. That's 12th fret and then off, but always keep this chord secure. Now just slide that down 2 frets to the 8th fret and do exactly the same thing. So 10th fret, 8th fret. Now go down to the 7th fret and bar the first 3 strings. Just the first 3 strings at the 7th fret. And my middle finger goes to the 8th fret there. So it's up here, 8th fret, 7th fret. Now drop down to the 5th fret. That's all you simply do, just strum it once. So go back to the 10th, then 8th, 7th, 5th. Now go down to the 3rd fret. Same position as we did up on the 10th fret. Bar the first 2 strings here at the 3rd fret. Put the middle finger on the 4th fret of the 3rd string. And that ring finger goes to the 5th fret. Then we go down. Now in this case, when you go down to the 2nd fret, you don't go, you go, you got to tuck your ring finger in underneath to get to the 3rd fret. So it goes. Then you go down to a G7th and remove the ring finger from the 1st string. Whoops. So it goes. And then accentuate your G for the ending. So the whole pattern goes. Got it? Okay, have fun with it. It could be a challenge, but when you get it, I think you'll be very proud of yourself. Have fun with it and happy strumming.